So with this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight coming up, I've been watching a lot of fights between the two. I've watched a lot of Errol fights. Actually, I've watched all of Errol's fights because I follow Errol. Errol is one of my favorite fighters between him and Tank. But the Terence Crawford fights, not so much. So I've been going back. I've been watching all the Terence Crawford fights, and I've been noticing a punch combination that he uses that a Boxing Gems. I think it's Boxing Gems is the name of the channel. He got shouted out by Tim Bradley of recent. Great boxing channel when it comes down to breaking down fights, really educating yourself. He coined it the swivel jab. I don't know anybody else that calls it that, so I'm gonna just give the credit to him. It's the combination from the southpaw position. I mean, I'm sure it can be thrown from the orthodox, but from the southpaw, you throw the left hand to the body, come back over the top with the right, which is your jab, which is like a power jab when it comes over like that. It's the same combination that Manny Pacquiao used to knock down Thurman. It's the same combination that Larte used in the last 10 seconds of the 7th round against Errol Spence to hurt him. Gave him Bambi legs for like a split second. We know Errol Spence is in tip-top shape all the time. Well, I would say tip-top shape, but he has tip-top conditioning and is a dog. So he's not going to stay hurt, but it hurt him. And that is like Terence Crawford's signature punch. He throws it every fight. He throws it every fight a few times a fight. He rocked the Australian guy with it. He rocked Khan with it. He rocked. I don't remember him using it against Porter, but I'm sure he did. If you watch the fight, I'm ready to bet money he did because he's used it in every fight that I've watched. So that's a punch that you got to watch out for between him and Errol Spence. Errol Spence got caught clean with that motherfucker. I know that is a while ago. I know that Errol Spence has tightened up since then. But, when you're in a war like that, when it's late in the fight, you don't remember every little thing. You're going off an instinct at one point, at a certain point. So if the camp of Terence Crawford is doing their homework, they might want to hold that punch down. If Errol Spence camp is doing their homework, then that's his signature punch, so they're going to be looking out for it. So as Terence Crawford, you might want to hold that down to late in the fight where the concentration lapses, people are going off an instinct, both fighters are hurt, and they're just basically going to war, and then you bring that motherfucker out and change the fight. So that's going to be something to look for. It's a very powerful jab coming from Terence Crawford because he has those 74-inch arms, and it's just like kind of like Tommy Hearns with the long whipping punches. Like the arms are extremely long and the punches come out like whips. Very, very sharp punching. Errol Spence is a dog regardless. It's hard to hurt him. He's a machine, but late in the fight, a punch that he's susceptible to based on the film, that's going to be something to look for. That's my take.